it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video I am telling you some creepy facts that could save your life. These are real worldly facts that people go through every single day that I'm so glad I know about now because things will change for me completely. By the way, do you like my Corpse Bride shirt? It says, "Can the living marry the dead?" I love Corpse Bride. I want to watch it again. I really have to start a Depop account, guys. I say that every single week. But I have so many cool outfits I could put on there for you. Okay, it's gonna be my summer goal to do it, okay? I promise. Before we get started, don't forget we still have a small amount of Jessiline stickers left. So if you were not able to get the Jessiline doll, the sticker pack is just the perfect second option. It's really, really cool. I keep my Jessiline sticker on my laptop, so I see her every single day. She says hello to me while I'm editing. So if you would like a jumbo sticker pack filled with not only Jessiline, but other creepy, spooky stickers, I have linked down below. Once they're gone, they're gone. We cannot reproduce them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Also, speaking of Jessiline, we did sell her out and we can no longer reproduce her, but we did find one more hiding in our warehouse. Okay, I don't think she wanted to leave. I think she wanted to stay there forever. We literally found her hiding. And so we have decided to hide her somewhere in the store on our meet and greet day. So my meet and greet is July 20th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And on that day, we're gonna put her somewhere in the store, the very last Jessiline. Kind of sounds like that movie, The Last Unicorn. I love that movie. But yeah, only on July 20th, someone who comes to the store that day to meet me, to hang out, to see the store, you might find the last Jessiline, and that is so exciting to me. So if you want all the information for our meet and greet, the address, everything, I will put the link down below in the description. And by the way, this is a free event, so just come and see me. Can't wait to meet you. And the last Jessiline, can't wait to meet you. All right, so let's get right into today's video. The first fact is about tornadoes. If a tornado looks like it's not moving, it's actually moving towards you. This is a terrifying fact to me because if I looked out my window and saw a tornado, but it didn't look like it was heading towards my house, I'd probably be like, oh, we're fine. We're safe. But no, in 3 seconds, the house would be gone. And I was also able to find that the deadliest tornado ever in the United States was called the Tri-State Tornado of 1925. It traveled from Missouri to Illinois to Indiana in one day, and it destroyed a number of towns and caused 695 deaths. And what's unsettling is that the weather during that day was completely fine, so people were out and about with no worries about an impending storm. Like, there was literally no warning or weather update at all, and suddenly at 1 p.m. the tornado formed before everyone's eyes and did so much damage. And that's the creepy thing about tornadoes. My husband Ty and I live in kind of a tornado alley, so one second it'll be sunny and the second the sky will be literally green. Okay, here's some creepy information about what to do if you're being followed. If you ever feel like someone is following your car, take 4 right turns and eventually it will make a circle. And if they are still behind you by that point, it means they are literally following you. Also, don't drive home, call the police, and try to drive into a police station. And if you want to check if you're being followed while you're walking, cross the street twice. Or you can completely do a 180 and start walking in the exact opposite way of where you were walking. If someone's following you, this is a really weird thing for them to see, and they'll feel too awkward and too obvious to turn around with you and walk the other way. So that is also an easy way to get rid of somebody. And if someone ever tries to grab you, scratch them because their DNA will now be on your nails. Ugh, being followed is like my worst fear. I never walk at night. I don't really go to big cities because I'm so afraid of that. But now I have some options of what to do. Here are some facts of what you should do if you're ever caught in an avalanche. You should hold one arm above your head if you're unable to get out of the way on time. This will help you figure out which way is up, since it's easy to get disoriented once you are buried by the snow. And if you are buried in an avalanche and let's say you weren't able to get your arm up on time, you're supposed to spit. spit, because your saliva will obviously follow the flow of gravity, and that way you'll know which way is up. Because honestly, anything I've read about people who have been stuck under the snow, you literally don't know which way is up, and so you don't know which way to dig, which is terrifying. So if you spit, it'll tell you which way is up and down. That is crazy. The next fact is about wasps, and these are, I hate wasps. Ugh. If you accidentally disturb a beehive or wasp nest, do not run for the water. They will wait for you to resurface and continue stinging you. It's said that you should just run as fast as you can, because eventually they will lose interest and stop following you. But if for some reason you have to go in the water, like there's no other way, you should start splashing as hard as you can to create a barrier around you. And if you have to run, do not wave your arms. And I know we all do it. It's like instinct when you're being followed by insects to wave your arms around to try and swat them away. But that actually attracts wasps and bees. You're almost acting as like a signal saying, hey, follow me. I'm over here. See my arms waving? Because bugs are attracted to movement. And what's so creepy is that if a wasp stings you, the pheromone smell of the sting will entice the others to sting the same target. So once one gets you, they all get you. Okay, this next one is about square waves, which I have never heard about in my life, and I'm so glad I know about this now. This is so rare, but when it happens, you need to exit the water immediately. With a squared sea, the water can be difficult to navigate for boaters as well as swimmers, and part of what makes square waves dangerous is that they generate powerful rip currents and powerful waves which can reach nearly 10 feet high, more than enough to swamp a large boat. And the scary thing is, you won't be able to see these square patterns if you're in the water. Someone on shore will see it, so always make sure there's someone on the beach watching you swim. This next awful fact is about a bowling alley. You just wouldn't think that something deadly could happen there. The machine that sets the pins at the bowling alley is extremely dangerous. So if you slide into the pins as a joke, there is a very good chance that you will be crushed to death. I was able to find a quote from a technician who worked at a bowling alley, and he said, "I can confirm that the deck that holds and picks up the pins will indeed crush you. It's extremely heavy. It's controlled by a computer that doesn't care if you're in the way, and it will drop towards the lane without warning." This almost sounds like a really good idea for the next scene of a Final Destination movie. But yeah, I always wondered if like those things that came down, are they like a garage or an elevator where like it can tell there's movement and it stops going down or stops closing? No, this thing has no sensors. So that's terrifying. It's like a compressor. The next fact is about a falling elevator, which terrifies me because elevators are one of my worst fears, honestly, guys. When I was a kid, I wouldn't even go inside them, and today I will only go in an elevator if it is the last option, but my heart will be racing. So if an elevator suddenly drops, some people advocate jumping upwards a split second prior to impact to reduce your impact speed, but you'll most likely hit your head on the ceiling. Another suggestion says that you should stand with your knees in a bent position, sort of to absorb impact like a skydiver would do when they're landing. But no one knows how effective this would actually be at high speeds. It's not like they have anyone to test this theory, but the consensus is that your best bet is to lie flat on your back on the floor of the elevator and cover your face and head to guard against debris. Apparently hitting the ground when you're lying in this position sort of spreads out the impact, but some experts say that it's almost impossible to get yourself to lie on the ground when you're falling so fast, because your body will just want to go up towards the ceiling when something is falling. So how would you you'd have to swim in the air to get on the floor. Betty Lou Oliver, who holds the Guinness World Record for the longest fall survived in an elevator, lived through falling 75 stories, which is more than 1,000 feet, in an Empire State Building elevator in 1945. And in her case, the disconnected elevator cable coiled at the bottom of the shaft and it softened her landing. This blows my mind. Imagine falling 75 floors in an elevator. Like, that would be going down so quickly, and then you live to tell the tale. Okay, this next fact is about lightning. There are some telltale signs for if you're about to get struck by lightning. If your skin begins to tingle, your hair stands on end, or you smell something like chlorine in the air. Some people get this metallic taste in their mouth. Some get sweaty palms, or they feel and hear vibrating in the earth or near metal objects. If you notice any of these signs, it may be too late to avoid being struck and possibly injured or killed by lightning. But if you do find the time to be able to react to what's about to happen, it is said that you should run as fast as you can. Running limits the amount of time that both of your feet are on the ground at any given moment, reducing the threat from ground current. So if you do get struck, it's not as severe if you're running, which is crazy to know about. And the last creepy fact is about alligators. If an alligator charges after you, the first step you should take is to run, obviously, but you should run in a straight line as far and as fast from the gator as possible. There was this false rumor going around that you should run in a zigzag if an alligator is chasing you, but experts have said that is completely wrong. Do not do that because alligators are very, very, very fast, and running in a zigzag actually slows you down and you don't get as far as you want to. So just run in a straight line. Run as fast as you can. And if it bites you, don't try to pry open the jaws because you're dealing with a bite force of 3,000 pounds. Some experts say that while fighting back, you should smack the gator's sensitive snout and poke the gator in the eyes. And if you ever find yourself being dragged underwater by an alligator, you should shove your fingers into its nose. This breaks the seal alligators need to keep water out of their airways and will make them release you immediately. Alligators are also one of my biggest fears ever, and it's funny because up here in Canada we don't have alligators, so why is it my biggest fear ever? Like, honestly guys, even seeing photos or videos of alligators, my skin, I can't. I get goosebumps. Anyways, guys, there are so many other creepy facts that can save your life that I can do. I can make this a series if you want. So if you want me to do that, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. Maybe comment some creepy facts that you want me to cover. But don't forget, if you would like one of the Last Jess sticker packs, I have linked it down below. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!